Here we are at Cotswolds car park. It's wet and windy. And we're in the petting barn. Can you?
Can you sneeze up?
Zoom in. Mum, can we get the
this
bunny?
all day. So cute.
Giant bunny.
I want a bunny like this.
That's huge. Baby ones.
Can I take some hay and feed it hay?
Can't try.
Ah, that's scary. Go, do you want some? What's that? Oh, hello. Oh, it's so cute. Hello.
Saklo. Esther, where are we?
In the sheep farm. That
Lambing shed, is it?
the lambing shed.
I don't know, Esther wants to find out if there's anyone been born today.
That's cute.
Look, that lamb's sleeping on top of its mummy over there, Esther.
Oh,
this one,
that's
look.
cute. That's a goat one.
It's not a goat, it's a sheep.
It's a goat.
Look, it's sleeping on top of its mum.
Lambs for anybody to see, so we have to start there. So one of the things we do to make sure our ram is actually breeding, because what we generally have, especially with our larger commercial flock, we normally have one ram, which is one male sheep, to about 40 or 50 ewes, which is our female sheep. So we have one male to about 50 females, so he's a very busy fella, but we also want to make sure, which Grace is showing you there, so that we can know, A, that they are going to be having lambs, that the ram has been doing its job, but also we want to know how many lambs we're having. So our overall total of lambs that we're going to tell you, so how many each one is going to have. And when we know how many lambs each sheep is going to have, we then colour code them. So if you look at our sheep, they do have lots of different coloured dots on them, but there's a coloured dot about halfway down their body on the right hand side, and that now tells us how many they're expected to have. So if they have a red dot sprayed on their side, that's one lamb, a blue dot is 2 lambs, a green dot is 3 lambs, and an orange dot is 4 lambs. And we also have we've had a few in the past that have been scanned for 5 lambs, and we also had one a few years ago that was scanned for 5 and actually had 6. So Grace has got a picture there for you. So they can have quite a lot of lambs. In my opinion, that is definitely too many. One is what we call a diving lamb, which is 2 front feet followed by a nose. The reason for this is they've got quite a big head and shoulders. So if they're in this diving position, they're nice and streamlined, so they should hopefully come out much easier. Generally, if they're in a diving position, we don't have to help them, and we'll let them get on with it as naturally as possible. But again, it's not always that straightforward. We get them in lots of other positions. One of the most common positions we get them in is what we call a Superman lamb. So Superman lamb got one leg out and the other leg is stuck far back. So we have to give them a helping hand and pull that second leg back up into that diving position. Our next position is what we call a penguin, which is our penguin lamb, which is when they're coming out head first. The reason why we call it a penguin is because their legs are tucked down by their sides normally. just a bit like a penguin. So, doing those positions again, helping them out, trying to get it back into that climbing position. And our third most other sort of common position as well is what we call a breach, which is when they're coming out backwards or bottom first. So we generally have to keep an eye, especially when we're looking for 2 feet, making sure they're not their front feet, not back feet. And again, also making sure we're not looking at a sheep with 2 tails. Because you see that, if they're sometimes coming out backwards, you just start to see the lamb's tail. So we want to help them out, especially if they're coming out backwards. We want to get them out really quickly. Because when they're being born, when they're coming out head first, when they're about halfway out, the umbilical cord will naturally snap and they start trying to breathe, which is what's meant to happen. And which is fine if they're coming out head first, as they're going to breathe in air. But if they're coming out backwards, the only thing they're going to be able to breathe in is fluid, which we don't want them to do, as we don't want them to drown. So we want to get them out nice and quickly. It's why there's always someone around in the daytime, but also someone on night shift as well, just in case anybody needs a bit of a helping hand. And then once we've had the lambs born again in those big pens, they've got plenty of space, we then move them into the little pens at the front. When we move them into the little bonding pens at the front, we write a little bit of information on the front of the pens. So we write down the name of the breed of the sheep. We also write down how many lambs they've had, and also the time of the day they've been born. So you can actually have a look and find out how old the lambs are. Again, we've had a couple of lambs born today, so you can find out who our newest arrivals are. But the important reasons why we haven't got a clue who's who. We haven't got a clue by looking at them, which mums go with which lambs.
This one born today. She 10, less than 2 hours ago. Here's Mama sheep. You can see the lamb's butt.
No, that's it now, I think. Main characteristic of the Cotswold.
What?
Not even 2 hours old. The sheep over.
What does purple mean? So I saw a sheep over there with purple.
She's just checking if she's got any milk. What's he saying?
Is he like... Is she not gonna snack?
No.
Can you just stay here a second? What? What's she doing?
Mum's not producing enough milk for these lambs.
Uh-oh.
So it's okay.
That bum's red.
Yeah, that's where she
With
had
all
the.
blood.
Yeah, it's where she had the babies, lambs earlier. Mum's not producing enough milk. It's on. How do you zoom in? So careful, don't go in the shop.
No.
Alright, well, Mummy's. one's a lot bigger, see? Careful, slippy. Very apt today. We're in Broadway.
Should we come in?
Cotswold Chocolate Company. Michelin star restaurant in Broadway. No prices on the menu. You need to ask, you can't afford.
So I can already see a foot.
is. She's at the back of the sheep. She's got her hand there. That's where the baby's coming out. Can you see? Up there.
Let's try and get the mum to lick, encourage the mum to lick it.